guys, what's up? Well, we went to North Bay today, and I went into Wally World, aka Walmart, and for 400 bucks, I picked up the LG Ultra Gear gaming monitor. This is the 32Gk650f, and they say it's 31.5 inch. Some people say 32. Radeon FreeSync, 2560 by 1440. 144 hertz. Now, this thing apparently has two HDMI ports as well as a display port. And depending on what country you live in, depends on which cable they apparently give you with it. I'm kind of hoping for the display port cable because it does do better on display port for all this 4K stuff. So, anyway. Alright, let's put this thing on the ground, and I'll just have to lift the pieces up for you guys to see as we go. That's an interesting plated styrofoam. Okay. Screen. Everything else is underneath. Okay, so we do have part of the stand here. From what I've been seeing on videos, this thing has the ability to go up and down in height, as well as 90 degrees swivel for going landscape or portrait mode. Ooh, that's nice. I got a feeling we're going to have to do some modding to the desk here. So we do have our power brick. Actually, believe it or not, I like power bricks better than I like the built-in main cables. Like if your power supply goes down in your screen, you know, it's kind of like, well, I gotta replace my screen. That kind of really sucks. But if you have one of these, you just order a new one of these, and if that's all the problem was, well, then you're back up and running. So, looks like for Canada, actually, oh, awesome, we got display cable. Sick. Woohoo! Now I'm going to have to actually do some modifications here. I'm going to have to unhook my HDMI. I was so hoping, because I've seen a lot of videos, I don't know where everybody lives, but so far everybody's gotten HDMI, so I guess in the US they're getting HDMI, because some of them were American videos. But here in good old Canada, looks like we're getting DisplayPort. Awesome! Thank you, LG! Anyways, we have like a cable management headphone hanger here. Oh, the usual utterly useless CD owner's manual. Don't need that. I have a lot of LG screens, so. Protect your investment stuff. Walmart, by the way, will try and sell you a extended warranty. In Canada, you'll pay about 50 bucks. And I think it's a rip-off because they still don't deal with it. You're still dealing with the company. But whatever, who cares? You still get the main warranty from LG, and we do have LG repair places near enough to me anyhow, so it's not a big deal to go that route. This is where we may have to modify some stuff. Or will we? You know what? I'm thinking for maximum stability purpose, we may have to. Okay, so pretty easy peasy to put together. You just line up the slots and away you go. This screws together. This is a pretty heavy duty stand. You know, a lot of people say, oh, it's just a plastic stand. Well, what they're not telling you is it's also metal. This is just a plastic covering over a metal stand. So you can actually see, hopefully. That is actually metal, okay? That's not cheap, junky plastic. Okay, so that's all locked and snugged. And our little clickety-doo-dah guy goes on here, like so. Little tang faces up. Let's get the monitor out. A lot of people talk about this ring on the back. It's actually pretty cool, and that's actually venting for the back. So we do have headphone out, power supply, our display port, and 2 HDMI ports. So you can hook up actually if you want to, because I'm going to probably end up doing that anyways, because I'm going to show you the video, different video. I'm going to have my Mac and my PC both hooked up at the same time. That still gives me one port free. Okay, so putting this little puppy on, it's just a matter of putting the 2 top feet in here, and they're going to slide in, and there is supposed to be a release on this somewhere if you wanted to take it back off. Okay, release button is down here. Cool. That's it. And that's on and secure. Oh, boys and girls, that is a beast. See, it does go up and down. It's actually kind of nice. Works well. But I want to see, putting it down here, am I going to have, yeah, lift it up and it drops down. Okay. Let's see. Okay, that is definitely not going to be stable at all. So, you guys will bear with me. I am going to go off camera, clean up this disaster, and get this thing set up. We'll fire it up and see what it looks like. But man, that is beastly. Oh, and virtually borderless edging. Sick. Okay, so, instant for you guys. And we're back, and it's all set up and running, and oh, that is so sick. It is such a cool display, guys. Now you just gotta balance it like a picture on a wall. That is, I had to take my hutch off. It's not an option. There's no way it would have had stability because all the weight is in the front end of the stand where the V is. So the back end, you know, as long as the round section is level, you can have the back little footy hanging over the edge, because that's kind of like what I had to do. About 3/4 of that back center foot is over the edge. But like I said, all the weight is up front where the screen is, so it's not going anywhere. So now we can lift it up if we need to different heights. That is awesome! Oh, and the display just, perfect. Love it. That is a huge, huge upgrade, guys, from being stuck on 1920 by 1080. Now keep in mind, I'm also a Mac freak, so I'm used to having a high quality display. Hence my iMac is 5K Retina. And of course my last iMac was the equivalent to this. Actually better because it had a different kind of a screen and, you know, glass, so a little better. But wow, even like just, I haven't even touched any settings. I set it to the native resolution, which it wanted, and I flipped it on to 144, which I will show you guys. But this, this is so nice. You know, and I like the fact that I can actually angle the display a bit. You know, from left to right a bit. It's kind of handy, especially if you're a little offset like I am, because my keyboard is over here and this is Still kind of not really, you know, but I'm centered enough that I'm cool with that. Because I am going to be also using this display with my Mac from time to time on HDMI. So I still have 2 HDMI ports, actually free. But we'll go into display settings and I'll show you guys. So our scale and layout recommended, display resolution recommended is 2560 by 1440. But of course we have all of these available to us. And then of course when we go to advanced display settings, 144 is what I'm on. It was defaulted at 60 Hertz. My last screen was a 27-inch LG screen that came with my computer, and of course it was 1920 by 1080. And well, you know, it's okay, but I kind of like wanted more. And this is like a borderless display. Like, that is really super nice. We gotta fire up Far Cry and see what happens to Far Cry. I don't even know if it'll run, or if it will, it'll probably smaller screen. But then we'll check and see if Far Cry can go to the higher resolutions, because that's one thing I'm actually quite curious about too. Because right now, Far Cry did go to 1920 by 1080. Oh, full screen. Okay, so let's see what it actually allows us. Video options, advanced. Oh no, 1920 by 1080 is where it was. And are we going to be allowed to go? Yes, we can. 2560 by 1440. Let's cross our fingers, because if this crashes the game, I'm going to have to reload my game. Apply. Ooh. Ooh, look at that. That's... Let's go back. Where was it? Okay, 1920 by 1080. Let's look at the picture, see what happens here. Okay, if we go apply, that is a difference. I actually can see and tell a difference. So, yeah, let's take her up to the top there, apply. So, there are games that, you know, a lot of games will actually allow you the higher resolution access when your screen supports it, you know. Back in the good old days, we could actually push the screen further, and it would totally res out on us, and we'd have to actually reload the computer in some cases to get it back. But wow. Okay, so let's see how Far Cry actually looks. Just verifying, yep, we're on there. Let's see how it looks just as is settings with the monitor. Now, yeah, let's go to something I actually like to play on here. Oh, you know what? Let's start out in training. Okay. I'm at the boat right now, guys, on Far Cry, and to be honest, I hate the boat. It is such a pain. But even this is looking so much nicer, just the way it is. It's like, wow, what a change for PC. I've honestly never seen in real life a PC running a display like this. I've seen 1920 by 1280, or 1920 by 1024, whatever. 1280. Anyways, but I've never seen one running a resolution to this on a PC face-to-face. You know, in all my years even working on computers. Wow, is that ever responsive? And the clarity in this is just nuts. I'm going to have to sit further back from my screen, because, yeah, wow. And I was going to go for a curved display. This is going to make me dizzy until I get used to it. Wow. Okay, here we are. Oh, yes, I gotta go get this stupid pistol. There's that. We already have the communicator. Yeah, I think we're allowed out now. Wow, that's nice. Like, even the detail in the grass, that is so much better than 1920 by 1080. So much nicer looking grass now. Wicked. Oh, and the water even looks better. We'll get down to the water in a second. I'm really good at this game, so I can get us down there pretty quick. But I need to get another gun first. Alright. Hey, nothing. Aww. Okay, yeah, gun's in here. That is such a different experience. Like, even the depth in this is nicer. I'm like a little kid at Christmas today, guys. I mean, this is, wow. Like, I've seen a lot of the videos on YouTube on this monitor, and nobody's had any real complaints. You know? So it's like, okay, well, maybe it is a good monitor. Now, I do have my graphic quality set up fairly high on this, like it's, well, pretty well maxed. But yeah, even the water looks so much better than it did on the other screen. Like, that is night and day. I'm going to have to do a video for you guys, side by side with Far Cry. We'll put the same picture on each screen, like this one to my original 1920 by 1080 LG display. It's an IPS panel, and although it's nice, you know, this is like totally way better, like just way better. So yeah, for 400 bucks, guys. Oh well, you know what? Let's keep on to this. I want to see if we get any lag during shooting our machine gun like a crazy madman. Okay, so we'll go for a little swim here. But it's looking good. Like, even the underwater area, that looks a lot nicer. Even the coloration on this display is so much more vibrant, I guess would be the word, or vivid. It's better. Way better. No lag there. So, in case you're wondering, I have a Radeon 4 gig graphics card in my PC. I was a little concerned as far as, you know, is it going to be good enough? And apparently it's more than good enough. I have 2 gigs of Radeon video in my iMac. And it's a 5K Retina. But Apple does stuff a lot differently than the PC world. Generally with PCs you need like twice the memory for the same amount of stuff. But in this case it's working quite well. It's very impressive. And by the way, the sound that you're hearing is actually coming through the DisplayPort cable with, because I have the speaker output jack on this monitor to my Mackie reference speakers. So that's where our sound comes through that way, instead of plugging it into the back of my tower, which I don't need to. So I think that's great. We'll definitely have to do more on this monitor for you guys for sure. We'll see what it looks like with the Mac running side by side with the Mac OS going through this picture, because I have the cabling and hookups. My 27 inches over there, we'll have it hooked up. Side by side comparison between that and this. You know, a lot of guys just like the 1920 by 1080 deal, and that's fine, you know, but you could still get that in 144 hertz, which is fine, but the better resolution that you can get, that your system will work with, the better experience it's going to be for you, even in gaming. Like, if I'm noticing that drastic of a difference, so will you. It is definitely worthwhile even going to this level, because this was $400 Canadian at Walmart. Like, that is a good deal, especially even for LG. Because LG does have a 27-inch 5K display out, which is not Retina, and that sucker's like $1,800. You know, this is like $400 Walmart. Now, if you buy on Walmart.ca, I'm going to warn you, it's going to cost you about $560 some. I have no idea why Walmart's website is so much more expensive than going in store. But in store, this thing was $399.99 plus tax. You know, and that's Canadian dollars. So to me, that's pretty good. And they only had 2 left plus a TV, and I was like, we went in there today and it's like, am I going to have to bring the TV home? I mean, 4K TV, 4K monitor, who cares, right? But I was really hoping, you know, to have just a proper monitor in the end, as much as I would have liked the 43-inch TV on here. But this was actually the better way to go, and so I was glad because somebody actually bought that other LG TV, which was only like a few dollars difference, like, well, $35 cheaper for the TV set. But this was worth the extra to just get this, and also the features of, you know, left and right, you know, swiveling. Plus, if you needed to go portrait, which, I mean, to me that's old school. I remember portrait displays and displays that could go portrait back in the old days of computing. But I guess people still use that today, and that's fine. But this is, for 31.5-inch monitor, this is actually quite big, you know. Yeah, that's pretty nice. I'm really liking that. So, like I said, we'll revisit this on some other videos, do some comparisons. I am nowhere near going to do a review for you guys right now. I still want to go through the main settings, which is all through the toggling here. There's settings I have to go through. Right now it's actually set up on Gamer 1, so that's default, which is nice. So we got game adjust, picture adjust, input, general stuff to go through. We're at 144 hertz. The black stabilizer is already at 50. We're on fast response time. I saw something. 1 millisecond motion blur reduction is currently turned off, and FreeSync is currently turned off. But we can turn it on if we want to and stuff. And I've also got settings in my card that I can do some overriding with as well. But that's pretty good. Honestly, I'm really super impressed with this thing so far. But like I said, not a review. Unboxing, have it set up, let you know, first impressions here. My first impression, I really like this thing. This is really nice. This is sweet. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys, and hanging out. Unfortunately, we have to go for now. I have more videos to do for you guys today, and they're going to be fun. Anyways, yes, I got more toys. Anyways, we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching. See you later. Bye.